Hi, my name is Richard Poole. Did my article on the end of hypocrisy, did an analytical paper on that. Thought it was a pretty interesting article. What it really covers a lot is basically the emergence of different leak websites such as WikiLeaks and the emergence of different sources leaking delicate government information and why that's good essentially for the benefit of our country. The article basically talks about how America is always hid behind, and American government is always hid behind kind of a hypocritical mask. Government tends to say one thing and discipline certain countries for one thing, but then actually turn around and do the same thing. And what these websites are actually doing is kind of making it impossible for that to really continue to happen, because it's kind of revealing these delicate sources. It's making America more accountable for its hypocritical acts. What I thought was interesting about the article is the fact that it's not really just a radical liberal article bashing America, but it's actually somewhat of a constructive criticism, in my opinion. I didn't see anything that really stood out as being, over the wall or just something completely crazy being said in there. It was mostly pointing out issues, pointing out that America is kind of the leader, the cornerstone for not being hypocritical. Basically, if we stop being hypocritical, it's very important, because other countries will start to kind of follow. Obviously, it says in the paper that we're not the only hypocritical country on the face of the earth, the only country that hides anything. But we are kind of the most important, because we do sanction so many other countries and kind of expect the certain things out of other countries. But going back, the article, there's really not a very strong liberal tone to it. I kind of came across as more neutral to me. Did give some good advice, some good things that could be done to to correct the situation. But I think the fact that it was in a more neutral tone kind of made the article a little bit more powerful. It doesn't seem like somebody just going in and completely bashing something that they don't like just because they don't like it. It seemed like a guy was kind of pointing out the facts, and then actually gave a scenario at the end, to how we can start fixing it, basically by starting to really practice more of what we preach. He did say that yes, it would kind of probably be more costly in the short run, but in the long run, it would really strengthen our international relationships with other countries and do a lot of good, beneficial things for us. Overall thoughts about the article. At first, I didn't know if I would quite agree with everything that was going to be said in it. I did go into it expecting, a really hypocritical, or not hypocritical, but a really radical article, kind of just bashing, the American government for the sake of bashing the American government. But as I started reading it, it's very educated sounding. It doesn't just sound like somebody's blog post where they're just ranting about America. Did get a good feel about it. I thought the points that he brought up, about the new ways that a lot of our stuff is being leaked, I thought those were obviously really valid points. And I do agree that those things in the end game could be good for us if we attack it the right way, if we approach it the right way. Obviously those people did somewhat, they broke laws, they went outside the guidelines, but the fact that they're doing something that's really kind of pushing the American government to do the right thing, I think could be a good thing in the end. But again, my name's Richard Poole, and that's what my analytical paper was about, and thanks for watching.